let me start off with just a little background about challenges in general. So
Yeah.
Yo and I did challenges, started doing challenges maybe in June, where we weren't the host, somebody else was the host, but they really focused on taking action and moving people forward. And so we were, so I was intrigued by it, because I think sometimes a lot of people, or a lot of us, we have good ideas, but we don't move on them. And then, you know, a year later, 6 months later, we go, oh yeah, I was supposed to change. I was supposed to work on. And so it's a 5-day challenge is an opportunity to help people move forward. And if you've watched any of my videos with mindful mornings or mindful nightfalls, you'll know that I'm really passionate about how we show up and us being intentional about that, because it is the foundation for so many things. And so this challenge is me taking a chance or the opportunity to help people if they want to develop a routine, or at least be more intentional and aware, right? Just so that we can be the very best version of ourselves and for our circle. So
I like that.
To start out, sometimes people don't believe that things are, or they believe it, but they don't quite see how things are automatic, meaning we thought of them and we just do it. We didn't even think it all the way through. It wasn't a conscious decision. What did I do with my phone? I don't know where I put it. I need the timer on it. Oh, there it goes. I plugged it up. So what I want to do, the first task I want to do, let me get this one, open this one up. So the instructions are, let me share this screen so you can see it, and then I give the instructions. Share screen. We're going to share this one. We want to present. So the instructions are, and I'm going to time us, and I'll put it, I don't know if you can see the timer. Let me put a timer on the black background. So in 1 minute, how many of the instructions are to state the color of the ink. Not read the word, state the color of the ink. Okay, and we're going to see how many we can do, and just do it you can do it out loud and I count for you, or if you're not comfortable doing that, you can do it in your head, either way. But it's going to be a minute. And let's see, you still can't see it. You'll just have to trust that I'm doing a minute.
Okay.
So do you want me to count, or do you want to do it just do it and you count?
So if I say them out loud, I'm saying the color of the ink and you're counting how many?
How many you get in a minute. Yep.
Okay.
You want me to count?
Sure.
Okay. You ready?
Is there going to be more than this page?
It's just going to be this page. And we're going to see. And then there'll be a part 2. You ready?
Okay. So, I need more instruction. So I just go left to right across.
Whichever way works best for you. Can you see our whole screen? Wait.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
Okay. Red, blue, yellow, red, blue, yellow, yellow, red, green, red, blue, green, blue, green, yellow, blue, red, yellow, green, yellow, blue, red, green, red, blue, red, yellow, green, blue, red.
Okay, that one took you 20 seconds. Okay, now the next one. Same instructions.
Okay. Say the color of the ink, don't read the word, right?
Yep. Yep.
Okay.
So when they were the same on the previous screen, it took you 20 seconds. Okay.
Okay.
Let me reset the timer. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, go.
Blue, red, green, red, red, blue, green, yellow, blue, yellow, green, blue, red, blue, red, red, blue, yellow. I'm sorry, green, yellow, green, red, green, yellow, blue, blue, yellow, blue, yellow, green, yellow.
So that one took you 35 seconds.
Woo!
But did you see how it was harder? Even though you knew the instructions, even though the instructions weren't that complicated, what was
Right.
automatic for you was hard to go against and took more concentration in being deliberate.
Yes, that's good.
So,
Got it. Yes.
so our mindset, which is our habitual thoughts, our beliefs, our actions, how we, it's just a habit of how we think about things. A lot of times they're automatic, right? And we don't know they're automatic, and they can be blind spots, meaning we don't know we're showing up this way. And so what happens to me with PA is a lot of times he'll step on my toes, and I know he's not peeking in my window, but I know what he's saying is something that I need to change. But if I'm not intentional about it, it won't change. It just becomes something I know I should be better at, but I don't do better. So like in July of, as an example, in July of 2019, our foster kiddos, we went to court, and our foster kids, the judge actually approved them to go home. And Prince was in a, he was in a spiral. Our son was in a spiral. And I knew he was in a spiral, but the judge couldn't give me a date. Their dad's lawyer couldn't give me a date. The caseworker couldn't give me a date. And the kids knew that today was the day when they were going to find out. And so at that point, I told the caseworker, look, you got a week to figure it out, or I'm bringing all their things to you. Because that was the only way I thought I could stop Prince from spiraling and give him some security and give him some stability. What ended up happening is, even though I said it, when I came home and I talked with Jamal and we talked to the kids about it, I didn't do it. And so they ended up with us until November, which I think it was good that they had more time. But it's one of those things where for me, it was like, I knew, because the solutions that I gave in July, the solutions that I gave to the caseworker, the solutions that I suggested to the lawyers, they did in November. So I knew how, I knew what, and I also knew if we had took them then a week later, they would have did it faster, but we didn't. So it was one of those things for me where, even though as far as a character trait for my kids, they saw it came off as expressing more love. It came off as being more compassion. For me, it also came off as not walking in integrity. And it also came off as not not being kind, being nice, or being nice but not kind. Meaning you do what you're supposed to do because it's okay and everybody feels better, but that's not necessarily what's best for everybody. And so that's one of those things that I still walk through. So I guess the next part of today, I just wanted to kind of just spit out, brainstorm positive character traits that we want to walk into, or that we believe we already walk in. Like for me, I know I'm big on, my top one I would say would be walking in integrity. That's something I want to do. Do you have like a character trait that you see in others a lot that that speaks to you, or one that you want to walk in or do walk in?
I guess the character trait, I don't know if it's focus or listening.
I heard a couple that you want to be focused, but you like when you said that you want to know what to say and what not to say. That sounds like you want to make sure that they hear love, that they feel love, not just wisdom. How you described it is partly wisdom, but it's also you want to make sure that what they're getting from you, it's coming with love and not just the right thing to do. Um, so as far as before I move on, as far as the exercise, this is more practical. I don't know if it'll work for you. But like with my exercise, when I started running, first before I started running, I was walking and I was using that as my quiet time. But it was twofold, right? I walk around the neighborhood, paying particularly attention to God's beauty, how He's painting the skies,
Mm-hmm.
the birds, so that I'm focused on Him, even though I'm walking and getting in exercise and having a conversation with Him. Now, being that sometimes I have a lot of things on my mind, I may go out and in, but that's my time. And the more I do it, the more I stay focused on Him and I don't get distracted. So that may be a way for you to get some alone time with Him, if nature speaks to you like that. If it doesn't, it may just be, oh my God, I don't want to be out here. But that may be a practical one. But I see that you want to be focused and you want to be loving. Those are new
That's
character
good.
traits you
That's
want to make sure you're walking out. You mentioned the ideas or the thoughts that God is, or that the devil is giving, battling with you. That's I've heard that like in the past weeks a lot, referred to as the imposter syndrome. Have you heard of that before? Yeah, and
no.
you haven't heard of it? There's a lot. I can't remember the last. I was listening to an audio book, and I can't remember. I'll have to go check. But the lady who wrote the book, she was talking about how she was in a professional development or workshop or conference, and it was all about women, empowering women. And what really touched her was how, when the person from the stage asked, how many of you guys have battled with the imposter syndrome, feeling like somebody's going to figure out that, I'm not who I say I am, I'm not prepared to do what I say I'm prepared to do, I'm not really doing it. And then she said over like 70-80%, or 8 out of 10 people, 70 to 80% of the women in the room raised their hands. And she said what touched her was how many people, but then also watching people look at people that they had maybe picked out in the room, was like, oh, she has it together. And then realizing, oh, she has her hand up too. And that you're not alone in this. I know, like, I battle the imposter syndrome. it I don't know what it is. It just seems to be, particularly with the women I talk to, it seems to be that area that's common, particularly with women who are leading, where the devil can get in and kind of start
Mhm.
trying to dig it out. Because what's true of us is that who we are, even though it may not be it may not manifest like we wanted to in all areas. If that's who we are, it's who we are. We just may be making mistakes, which is fine. That doesn't change who I am. It's just a mistake. And mistakes, we're all, Jamal told me this a while ago. I was preparing for a conference or something. And I said, babe, I'm scared I'm going to make a mistake. And he said, well, you are going to make a mistake. So you might as well just prepare to do the best you can.
Good.
I was like, okay. So in that, even if you don't have it figured out in all your areas, if I can encourage you, Moses stuttered You know, David was king, but he sent Bathsheba's husband to the front. We all make mistakes. And it doesn't mean that we aren't that person. It just means we're still growing. So give yourself room to grow and make the mistakes. The challenge becomes when you're not willing to make the mistake, right? Then that's Jonah in the belly of the whale running from Nineveh. Because we're not perfect. So I would say, as far as being loving, we got like 2 minutes, so this is going to be as far as like being loving or being focused. If you can think of someone who does that, like this person, when they talk to me, even when it's a criticism, it comes off as love. Or this person, when I hear them talk to others, even when it seems like it's harsh, I can tell the person's still connected. If you can think of examples like that for both being loving, and also if there's an example you can think of either when you were focused or somebody who's focused, to do that for tomorrow. And then for tomorrow, what we'll do is we'll look at the example and see how we can create a routine where you practice that every day in your own life. Does that make sense?
Okay. So I need to think of an example of someone I know that is showing love and that is focused.
Yes. And then when I say an example, so like if I had to do loving, one of the things would be my mom with my great nephew, JJ, and her disciplining him. She has standards that he has to adhere to, but if he's tired and she knows he's tired, he'll cry when he gets disciplined, and she just picks him up and gives him a hug, because she gives, and giving and being loving, she sets the standard, she communicates them, but she also takes into account of he's 2 and he's tired, so who he is and where he is. So to me, that's loving. So whatever it is for you, and that you've seen it in somebody.
That's good. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm going to end it right at 7:20, unless you have more questions. Do you have more questions?
I do.
Okay.
I can today and tomorrow. I'm available at 7, but on Wednesday I work till 8. So I might be able to get on while I'm at my office, but I don't know. And then Thursday I'm going to that legacy dinner at the church.
That's right. I forgot about that. And I can't make that anyway. So I will clip, what I'll do for the videos is I'll edit and clip out the pieces where I'm talking, so you guys can see that. That way, if people don't want to be on camera or shown, that one won't be in the live session, so you can still see that part. Yep. Cool.
Okay. Well, great. I'm excited and encouraged. Thank you, Yolanda.
Thank you. I'm glad it worked out, the technology, because I didn't realize you couldn't see the menu at the top of the phone. So I'm glad you texted me this morning.
I just had to turn my phone sideways, so then it worked.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your evening.
Thank you so much. All right. Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.